Hey everyone, Journey here. So today I'm going to be going over a Faceless Void replay. The notes a person gave me leading off into this was just, how do I know who to focus in Chrono? Without even seeing the game, you should probably have a general idea of who you're going to focus in Chrono, as that's probably why you picked Faceless Void. If there's like a Slark, an Anti-Mage, Queen of Pain, Ember Spirit, like you should probably have an idea of who you want to kill. But once I see the game, I'll look at it a bit more. So here we have the game here. Your team has Queen of Pain, Spirit Breaker, Shaman, CM. So you kind of have damage for Chronosphere, but not a whole lot of damage. And then you're against DK, Witch Doctor, Medusa, Visage, Spectre. Okay. So we'll mostly focus on your team fighting aspect. If you're talking about who to Chrono, I'll focus primarily on that. But I will also be looking into general items, general playstyle, all the usual stuff. Okay, so starting items are okay, it seems. You're probably going to be up against a Visage Dragon Knight dual offlane, if I was to assume what you'd be against, and you have a Maiden as your support. With boots first, that is very bad for you. So, this is going to be a pretty difficult lane for you to do really anything with. Your support kind of fucked you by going boots first in a matchup where boots don't warrant anything. And she has no mana regen, so she's going to throw out 2-3 spells depending on if she ever buys out clarities or anything, and then your laning siege is over. You're just gonna have to play super defensive and like just get as much farm as you can. Level up Basher, you totally win this fight. And you got first blood anyways, nice. That's good. This a small tip, what I would recommend doing whenever I'm playing a carry with the Quelling Blade is chop this tree right here and this tree right here. Doing that will let your support very easily maneuver in and out of these tree lines here to contest like a pull up here and slip back into this area here. And it also allows your team to pull from this camp to over here. So kind of using your Quelling Blade is very important. On the flip side, if you're Dire, I always chop this tree right here because it gives me a hard camp pull over here. I chop this tree right here because it lets my support pull from here around like this to up here. And I chop this tree right here because it allows my support again to go maneuver in and out of this tree line and contest the hard camp pull, go back to my tower, the usual stuff that a support typically does. So look back at you. The laning stage I'm going to like fast forward through. I really don't see there being much to this laning stage. It's primarily going to be, can you control the lane well enough, which it already seems you've lost lane control, to a point where you just get stuff done. Like you're just going to AFK farm. I'd be very careful of ever time walking aggressive like that though. Because you time walked aggressive and you got a kill, yeah, it's cool and all. But yeah, you just have to buy yourself a salve. So that like 100 gold you could have just got from that kill cost you a salve worth of like damage, and you only got salve worth of gold back. So you got XP from it. But now you have to play super careful for the next few 30 seconds, 15 seconds, a minute, even if you don't realize you need to call on a salve right away. And that's a problem, because now you have to play super defensive and burn through all of your tangos while you wait for the salve to come in. If that's the case, it's like it's not worth going for that kill, because then Visage respawns, he doesn't give a shit, comes back full health, full mana. You're at no health, half mana, or whatever you were at, and then you take a lot of damage, and you have to play super defensive, and they're gonna keep damaging you because you can't fight back. I'm just gonna keep fast forwarding through this. I think I'm gonna go towards like the level 7 mark or so, because the lane stage is kind of just learning, like practicing your last hitting and maintaining creep equilibrium as best you can, not getting too aggressive because your team can't really get aggressive at this point in the laning stage. You need your breaker to come bottom if you want to get aggressive, and you need to be careful because Visage is soul assumption. The more damage that's done in the area, the more charges he gets. The more charges he gets, the more damage he does. So gotta be careful of how you damage them. And DK is obviously gonna out trade you because he's Soul Ring, Dragon Blood, Breathe Fire. We'll fast forward a little. Go to like first chrono usage or so. You mentioned how to know when you want to use chrono. Oh, God, I fucking hate the replay system in this game. How you want to know when to chrono? you kind of just have to ask yourself, like, where does my damage come from with Chrono? How can I capitalize on it? What I'd be looking to do is every single time I have Chronosphere, I go run with my Queen of Pain to Spectre's lane and just go Chrono him, Sonic Wave, kill him every time. Right now, there's not much reason for Co-op to be bottom. If you want to take a tower, wouldn't it make more sense to go top lane with this siege creep up here instead of this siege creep down here and take the tier 1 tower? Like, DK is going to be getting like level 7 off of this, and he's not going to die. He's a Dragon Knight. But Spectre, on the other hand, can die. Only 1k health, low mobility, low-ish armor. You have Sonic Wave, Chronosphere. Hypothetically, you could Serpent Ward on it, you could Breaker Charge on it, even drop CM Ultimate on it. Instead, you're hard committing onto a Visage. You're not going to kill this guy, because, yeah. Okay, I was wrong, you did kill him, but you kind of went 1 for 3, 1 for 2, whatever. Yeah, 1 for 3. Yeah, just like, understand how you kill people. You need to position the Chronosphere in a manner that you can cast your spells more efficiently onto it. You want to put them on the other side of it, because you had them on the top half of the circle. You want them on the bottom half of the circle, so CM can ult, Co-op can hit, all that stuff. You put it in such a way that you just can't do anything with it. Your team can't do anything with it. And you also didn't have any sort of damage items. You have Brown Boots, which is very bad. You need Shreds on Void, 100%. And you also didn't have your Mask of Madness complete. And if you're going Mask of Madness, you typically want to time your first Chronosphere with that. Unless you have a Freezing Field, Sonic Wave, Screaming Pain type hero. And then right now, if you had a Chronosphere up, you probably could have taken their tower. Or at the very least, force rotation, because this guy totally dies if you Chronosphere Sonic Wave onto him. Especially with Mask of Madness when you have level 4 Bash. Just ask yourself, like, how can I create the most pressure on the map with this Chronosphere? You playing top lane right now is very good, because you're kind of forcing Spectre to not show in lane. Because if she gets too close to you and you have Chronosphere back up, she dies. Yeah, let's take this tier 1 tower when they TP all their heroes away. Alright, so now is the best time to kill Spectre, by the way. So, whenever a hero commits a TP, that's typically the best time to kill them, because not only do you have that, let's say, 20-25 second window of them being dead to kill them, you also have that, like, 30 to 40 second window of them being like, where do I want to go, them walking to that area, and then them getting into the mode of farm. If you kill Spectre right now, I'm telling my team, yeah, you're pinging him. I tell my team right now, come kill this guy. I have Chronosphere. You chrono him right now, he dies. Nice. If you have Agi Treads on, he dies quicker. Yeah, if you miss his kills because you don't have Agi Treads. Alright, never mind, you got him. Yeah, so now Spectre has no TP, no haunt, so how the hell does she get back to a lane? So she has this 25 second window of her being dead, and then once she respawns, we're going to count to see how long it takes for her to get to creep camp. Just to show you guys how important it is to punish TP usage. Alright, so it's like 15:25 or so from when she gets to there. And then 15:45. So it took her about 20 seconds, and she got her TP back up, so she used her TP. So now would be a decent time again to kill her. Because she has committed her TP, you have Sonic Wave. If you stayed top lane, you guys probably could have killed it. I personally am not a fan at all of this TP to bottom lane for several reasons. One, there's a Dragon Knight down here and a Visage. These guys are going to take your tower. Like, it's not a Faceless Void's job to defend a tower. It's your job to be farming at this point in the game. When you have no Chronosphere and you commit your TP, that leaves you vulnerable. Not only that, you playing here, as I mentioned before, leaves Spectre the entirety of top jungle to farm. I was wrong, it's 15:35, so it's still 10 seconds of her not doing anything. Oh yeah, 15:40. Or it was close enough actually. But yeah, anyways. Like, it's you're kind of mitigating the pressure you'd be applying, because even without your Chronosphere, you can threaten Spectre and make him be scared. You can't threaten a DK Visage or Witch Doctor when they have their ultimates and you don't. Because they're going to take your tower, they're going to kill you, and you're not going to be happy. Spectre, on the other hand, if you time walk in this guy right now, what happens? They TP Witch Doctor Visage. Their TPs take 3 seconds, 5 seconds. You time walk back away, assuming you have a level 4 time walk. and then you kind of just work kids, and yeah, Spectre just dies. So if you're playing top lane right now, Spectre cannot hit this neutral camp here because you're on it. You farm this camp, this camp, this camp, this camp, and the next Chronosphere, as you farm their entire jungle, as Chronosphere comes back up, your entire team walk at this tier 1 and takes this tower. And then once Chronosphere is back up, or as Chronosphere is on cooldown, you keep farming here. Because that means Spectre, Medusa, and their Dragon have this area, like this triangle down here to farm. Having 3 heroes to farm 1 triangle kind of feels shit, doesn't it? And you farm their camps. They don't farm their camps because there's no camps to farm. And then you are way higher net worth than their heroes. Like your top net worth right now, Spectre's about 2k, let's say 1.5k, lower than you. If you farm top lane right now, Medusa's not farming this camp, so you'd be not 300 net worth higher, but say 1300 net worth higher, because you're farming Medusa's camps. Same idea. Medusa contests you. She has no mana shield on, she has no ultimate, whatever. You have a +1, they die. And if that's the case, it's like you're just creating a lot more pressure on the map by playing in their half of the map, making them play against you compared to you playing down here. If you play down here, they have this entire half. If we split the map in half, they have all this area up here to farm. If you play in this half of the map, you force them into either 5-manning their... I don't know what that's here. You force them into either 5-manning their half of the map, which feels super shit with the Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight wants to take towers. You're forcing DK to either take a tower and kill his team, or come back and help them. Like, you kind of just have to play the map properly. If you play the map properly, you have way more success in shutting down the enemy carry. It's not your supports and your offlane's job to shut down the carry. It's your job too. Right now, as I've been saying, you have 3 heroes farming the most pointless part of the map. Wow. Spectre and Medusa are farming this area of the map. This does not happen in a high-ranked game. In a high-ranked game, the Faceless Void Queen of Pain combo, play in here, and kill them every time they come. Chrono or no Chrono, they die. You have Orchid on Quap. You guys are super strong. Like this guy. He shows, he dies. This guy shows, he dies. Just keep repeating that. So the way you know how to play the map properly is just ask yourself, like, how strong am I? How many heroes does it take for them to kill you? What combination of heroes does it take to kill you? In a hypothetical, if I'm Faceless Void right now, how do I die? I die if I get Shadowblade stunned by DK. That's not enough. DK doesn't have enough damage. That means Witch Doctor's needed to kill him. I mean, it's a Maledict and Witch Doctor ultimate. That means I have an 80-second window where I know for a fact that if he uses ultimate, I can play super aggressive. And would that be enough? Probably not. It's only level 2 Dragon Knight stun, so you have a 3-second window to kill you. So that means they probably need a +1, so they might have to haunt him. You just have to keep going through this system of combinations of how they can potentially kill you. And that means whenever one of the requirements are shown on the map, such as Dragon Knight showing bottom, Witch Doctor showing bottom, Haunts on cooldown, Death Ward's on cooldown, then you can play aggressive. If you understand that, you'll be way better at shutting down the enemy carry. Because you're farming their area, they're not farming your area, they're not happy, you're happy. By the way, Medusa's a pretty free kill if you run at him. He plays a lot with the spell shield off. Okay, never mind, it's wrong now. Yeah, this is fine. Stuff. See? Because you guys played in their half the map, you got 2 kills in their course. That seems like that's the theme of this game. You asked, who do I chrono? It's not really who do you chrono. Your chrono's been kind of okay. Like, for this point in the game where it's pre-team fights and just getting map control and whatnot, your chrono's been good. The only chrono I've had a major issue with was this chronosphere down here bottom on Visage. Not because you've chronosphered a Visage, but because you chronosphered in an area that doesn't apply pressure. If you flip it where you chronosphere a Visage up here, that's okay, because then you can use that Visage kill to regain control of this area here. And you regain control of this area here, again, they can't farm it. But now you TP bottom. Because you TP bottom, they are running at top, they've regained control of this area top. They're going to obs ward it, they're going to sentry ward it, you've lost all your vision in here because you TP bottom. and you want it to hit your small camp instead of hitting their small camp. I'm sure you get what I mean by now, but it's like, you have to think of these things. TPs in high-ranked games or medium-ranked, like average-ranked games, are going to be punished. They might not in all of your brackets, viewers' brackets, but just because they don't punish yours doesn't mean you can't punish theirs. That makes sense? Like, right now, if you force a TP bottom, I have TP up in 20 seconds. If for whatever reason I am playing bottom right now, I TP top lane right now. As soon as one TP happens bottom, and I regain control of this area of the map here. Because they have a TP, in order for them to get back, in order for DK to get back to top lane, he has to walk all the way to top lane. Does DK want to do that? No, of course not. That sounds shit. Yeah, this is fine. You've forced him to run bottom, and now he's running all the way back top lane, or he's going to have to farm down here and look for a kill or look for farm. You're forcing rotations, which is okay, but it's still a matter of it's not your job to be bottom lane pushing that area out. That should be the Spear Breaker who can gank globally, the Queen of Pain who's highly mobile, not the Faceless Void who wants to farm. So I'll keep looking. I'll fast forward to the game a bit again. See if I can find a Chronosphere that isn't a... oh. What happened there? Where did Medusa even come from? TP'd in? Does. Oh, you get gazed and die. Yeah. To explain why that death happened, one, you use Master Madness farm when the TP was coming through, just disengage off of that. Two, because you TP'd bottom and conceded map control of top lane, Visage was pretty much free to maneuver around top jungle again. If you guys kept control of this area here, they can't play there. That death is almost entirely off of that TP you committed bottom lane like 2 minutes ago. You might not believe me, but think about it. If you TP bottom, that means you're top lane, right? And if you're top lane, are they going to be top lane? Probably not. And if they're not top lane, they can't get wards up top lane. If they can't get wards up top lane, that means your wards are still alive. And if your wards are still alive, you see the Visage. See the Visage, you can play accordingly. It just shows how one teleport can fuck your entire game. Yeah, you fed 512 gold. That's a fair amount of gold. But not only that, you delayed your BKB by like a minute and a half. You also gave him XP. And you also used Chronosphere. So they're not scared of you for the next minute and a half. Assuming they're smart enough to count timers. But like, you just gotta be careful of how you commit your TPs. One TP can fuck your entire game. I see. And you're because you have no Chronosphere, they're able to take a fight mid. You have no TP, they punished that. And now you guys are trading tier 2s when you guys were in an advantageous spot. They're TPing the bottom. That's not good TP. Again, the EKs show top, you run at them. You have Chronosphere back up. TP to mid and defend that, and then you gear up for the Chronosphere. But a lot of the issues you've been having this game isn't who do I chrono, it's how do I TP more efficiently around the map. Watch any high-ranking game, like high-ranking pro game. You're talking with your team about how they TP. When you TP top, say to your team, I am TPing top, come top. If you TP top and somebody TPs bottom, any like ancient or higher player will recognize this and smoke and run at you, or just run at you. That might not happen in your bracket, but still the fact that it might should be enough to not do it, right? You lose this game? I don't remember, I feel like you do. So next play right now, because you have a 10-second BKB and you have Chronosphere, you go run at them. Get a smoke and go beeline at them. They have no haunt for like 30 seconds or so. It's hard to tell when okay, it's 5 seconds. Hard to tell when I fast forward through. But yeah, like you're still super strong right now. You're probably the scariest hero on the map as long as they don't get a stone gaze off. Stone you. Yeah, this is Good chrono, but you don't have BKB up now, and your Queen of Pain's not there either. And that game's just over. Yeah, so I honestly thought you were going to win this game, but it just shows how a few TPs that you committed fucked your entire game. So if I was you and I was looking over this game, it's not a matter of who do I chronosphere. It's how can I play more efficiently on the map? Why is my GPM probably 500? Yeah, 450, that's very low. Why is my GPM 450? Why were they able to regain map control up here? Why was I TPing the bottom lane instead of having my Break go bottom? My Ember Spirit go bottom? My Queen of Pain? My Storm Spirit? Nature's Prophet? Why are my global heroes, or my heroes with actual wave clear, not the ones dealing with bottom? Typically, the way a game works in a standard game of Dota is the Radiant team will play in Dire's top jungle, and Dire team will play in Radiant's bottom jungle. What that means is when you're going bottom is to relieve pressure off of your team, because they're going to have this wave almost always in this area here or like over here. The lane will always be like this little box over here. I'm going to pause. I'll finish my point quickly and I'll watch a fight. Yeah, it's like it'll almost always be in this area here. Vice versa, your lane will almost always be in this little flat area here. So if you're going bottom lane, it's to relieve pressure off of your team. But if you're the one relieving pressure, but you're the one meant to be applying pressure, it means you're fucking yourself. Because you can no longer apply pressure up here, you're relieving pressure. But if you go top and apply pressure, and Quap relieves pressure, you're creating 2 cents of the pressure on the map. And doing that is way more efficient than having 1 cent of pressure on the map. This fight is very not good. I can already tell you have no Chronosphere. And you haven't BKB'd yet. Yeah. That's game. I want to be sure that you lose this game, right? Yeah, you do. Yeah. So this game entirely is playing the wrong half of the map. You play top lane there. There's not much reason for you to be fighting there, as I said. You have no Chronosphere. If they're going to be playing bottom jungle, and you're not going to gain anything off that fight, why are you taking that fight? There's no objective for you in your jungle to take, but there is an objective for them to take if they win it. They can take this, they can take this. If you guys win, you guys walk to top lane, and assuming you have enough heroes still after the fight, you guys Roche. Because you died and you're the only Roche taken hero on your team, that's like Shaman. You weren't able to translate that. If you won, hypothetically. So I think I'll look for one more fight and call it. Right now what you should be doing is looking for a way to Roche. It's been 33 minutes, no one's even hinted at going for Roshan, like no fake Roshan plays anything. Like no one's really gave a shit for Roche for whatever reason. Yeah, so this is Roshan. Pop BKB here, I feel. Oh. I think he could have killed that guy. I guess they're all off the map, and it's a bit scary committing your BKB. Wait, does he have Aghanims? 20 though, holy shit. That's a pretty big chrono if you go for it. Nice. You're TPing on your vision. If DK kept following you, you totally could have died there. And then, again, because you showed your TP here, they know you went from top lane to mid lane. Watch what happens top. They're probably just going to keep chasing. Yep, they keep chasing. What happens if they kill Quap? What happens if she doesn't have Aghanims here? And she can't have her second Sonic Wave back up already and push them back? Couldn't she have died? If DK had Blink Egg instead of Shadow Blade, like, couldn't she have died? All because you committed your TP. You showed top lane and teleported to mid. They know that you cannot be anywhere in this half of the map for like 10-15 seconds. And that's a 10-15 second window of no Chronosphere, no BKB Void running across the map to get to that fight. That doesn't feel very good for you guys. They go Roche right now. Yeah, I think I will call it off of that. I'm trying to keep the videos shorter to like get the key points across. From this game, just take away playing the map properly and using teleports. If you played top lane way more, like in this little box up here that I'm drawing, oh, that's a bad looking box. You play up there, They don't farm. If they don't farm, you farm. There's not this 3k net worth difference, even net worth between you and Spectre. It's you at 20k net worth, them at like 2k net worth. Obviously, I'm exaggerating, but like, they don't farm here. They can kind of farm this camp here, but it's a bit dangerous. They can't farm here. They can't farm here because you have complete control. And if they show bottom lane, you guys can just walk into Roshan, drop Serpent Wards, have Chronosphere up and ready if they fight, and then you guys whack Rosh. And they come to fight you, guys kill them. Because you guys are way stronger than the Rosh put in there. So I'm sure you get what I've been saying. I've kind of said a lot. Other right half the map. Sounds very simple, but it's obviously not. If it was simple, everybody would do it. Right now, we've kind of conceded Roshan. If you guys back off this high ground here, they get Roshan pretty freely. They go for it. They sit up here with an Ob Sentry, have Medusa's DK hit it, and then they have the rest of their team ready to fight you guys up here. Yeah, I'll call it off of that. Obviously, you got any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments or DM me. That's per normal. And if not, I hope this helps. So you're gonna die? No. Okay, yeah, I'll call it off that. I will see everybody later then. I hope this video helped you guys. See ya.